Hello,
Hello.
and welcome to Cinema Therapy. I'm Randy,
And I'm Steve.
and this is Halloween 2.
Yes.
If you like horror content, hit that like and follow button.
As always.
Alright, we're going to talk about Halloween 2.
Yes.
We're doing all how many is there? 13?
13 right now.
13 Halloween movies. We're kind of behind on videos right now, so...
We've been behind videos for a long time,
Yeah.
but that's self-explanatory.
But anyways, Halloween 2. You're the Halloween buff here.
Yes, I am.
There are 2 versions of Halloween 2. Is this correct?
Do you mean 2 versions as in like 2 different Halloween 2s or like 2 different versions of this specific Halloween 2?
Of this specific Halloween 2.
I think there's 2 or 3. There's either just the television cut and then the theatrical cut, or an extra version. Could be, but not. I've never seen.
What's on the Blu-ray?
They just have the theatrical cut, and then there's a DVD they include that has the television cut, which was what was aired on TV back, like when the movie started to go in syndication on TV channels back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah, and so now it's like this other alternate version some people recall versus the theatrical cut, because there are some changes to the movie. I love this movie. I think it's a near perfect sequel. A lot of people don't like it because now Jamie Lee Curtis's kind of like not like it, there's not a lot of like her moving around. I think some people get kind of like bored by the hospital scenes. I liked that though. I liked the vibe it brought. I thought it was creepy. It was the first one to do it too. By the way, for people who like don't like the hospital chase scene horror films, this is the one that really started it though. Like before they did Friday the 13th Part 4 and they did all those other ones that kind of copycatted this was the original, and I think they did the best because they had that creepy dark hallway. It was not very stereotypical for a hospital to have that, but they made it work. It was mostly like a hospital in LA that they kind of just carved out, and they got a whole cast together. They got Leo DeRossi, I believe is his name, and a bunch of other actors, and yeah, we got this pretty cool, what made the franchise a lot more of a slasher franchise. This is like the birth of like what made this franchise slasher.
And this is the one that introduces her being Michael's sister.
Yes. So funny enough, John Carpenter did not want to do another Michael Myers movie. He was on that. He's like, no. And the studios were getting like a lot of money now because at first Halloween bombed. It got another theatrical release and it got really big. And people loved it for Michael Myers' storyline. He wanted to do Season of the Witch, which was the Halloween 3, and that was supposed to be the Halloween 2. He wanted to make an anthology series around the holiday, not Michael Myers and Laurie Strode. And then he's like, how do I make a sequel? So he got drunk, and then he came up with the idea that they were siblings because he was drunk. And did not want to be really a part of the rest of the movie, but he wrote it. And then Rick Rosenthal directed, who ended up, I think, marrying Nancy Stevens, who played the nurse. And he also directed Resurrection, which people don't like, but now I'm going to facts that are really important. Anyhow.
So the guy that directed Halloween 2 directed Halloween Resurrection?
Yeah.
They're like 2 different movies.
They are. And he's married to the nurse from the different Halloween films. She's in the first 2. She's in H2O. She's in Halloween Kills. So yeah. Anyhow, this one picks up right where the last one picked up because it's a part 2, not a time jump at all. And it's still Halloween Nights 1978, and he is still stalking Laurie Strode, and we get more information. They did kind of change some things in the beginning of like how he got shot off the balcony. They changed him out of gunshots, and like now he falls onto a grass patch and there's blood in the grass rather than him falling in the dirt patch. Anyhow, she goes to the hospital for her injuries. Finally, someone calls and they start reporting on the radio about the missing people. Meanwhile, Michael Myers is stalking nearby neighborhoods in Haddonfield, going after different people, and wants to find Laurie Strode again when he hears the news about her surviving. And I don't know if they say that he didn't try to kill her or whatever. Anyhow, but he still wants to come after her because you find out he has to kill everyone in his family. That's kind of where this whole thing gets brought up in the franchise of him having to kill his family, because it's like his mission. And so all these other people are just side conquests or people in the way of the people that he actually wants to kill. So yeah, the whole movie just takes place with her in the hospital trying to recover, meanwhile getting stopped by her maniacal brother, Michael Myers. You don't find out her birth name. I just always like to think that her first name was the same and they just changed it to Myers. And the other one they give her Angel Myers, which I did not like the Rob Zombie storyline, so we'll get into that later. I just think this was the first one that really started as a slasher kind of vibe, more with the kill count and stuff like that. There are more bodies being dismembered and more fun ways to kill people with scalpels and syringes and hot tubs
And I can't remember all the added scenes from the different scenes from the TV version to
the biggest one
theatrical one
I remember is the ending.
Yes.
And the ending had some changes that were really significant. So the big ending in the theatrical cut when it was first released, and the one that a lot of people now are familiar with if you watch a lot of the Blu-ray, DVD releases and such, is where you just see Laurie in the back of the truck and she just goes off and then they play the Sandman song. In the TV cut, you see her in the back of the ambulance and all of a sudden there's one that's jump scare where something rises up from like another sheet in the bus and she thinks it's Michael Myers somehow, and it's actually
the cute guy.
He's like the
paramedic.
The paramedic, yes, the guy who helps with the
name.
ambulance and is just sort of like assistant around the hospital. Oh,
Survived.
Jimmy. I was gonna say it was Bobby, and I also speculate for fans of like the whole like the children thing. Not Karen. Karen had a different father in the Halloween Kills, Halloween 2018 timeline. But I'm talking about Jamie and then John's dad from the H2O different timelines. Those two timelines. I think he is both of their dads. I think he's Jamie's dad in the Halloween 4 timeline, and I think he's John's dad in the Halloween H2O timeline. They don't say directly, but I think that makes sense for certain reasons. It's very like you kind of just, they don't go really into it, so they never explain, but that's just my theory because of their kind of budding romance and whatever in the movie. It's like very subtle. It's not like a thing that's focused on at all, but I always theorize that.
Real quick, I'm surprised they've never, in all 3 timelines that they had Laurie Strode, I'm surprised that they never had a father figure.
They wanted to make her like, well, so in the Halloween 4 timeline, they want to get her back, but she wanted to do it, so they changed it to her daughter. In the John timeline, they said that her and her husband got divorced. Because she died in the Halloween 4 timeline.
Yeah.
She got into a car accident, supposedly. And then Halloween H2O, they actually pay a nod to it by saying that she faked a death in a car accident, but that she had survived and changed her name and whatever to Tate, to, what's her name, Laurie, cool. to something Tate, I can't remember. And then the other timeline, her husband's divorced or something happened to them. I don't know. They died. I forget what happened to Karen's dad and that, or Karen, whatever.
So there you have it. That is Halloween 2. Kind of a review. We're just talking about these movies because we love them so much.
We could probably do a part 2.
Yeah.
But
on to Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, my least favorite.
It's not my least favorite movie. We'll get into that soon.
But anyways, like and follow for more.
If you like that horror
content.
Yes, bye.
All right, bye.